watching. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I got this wavy, braided hairstyle. I absolutely love how it turned out, and I think it's great for the spring and summertime. I'm counting down the days till spring, and it's starting to feel a little bit like spring here in Jersey. I think it's been like 50 degrees, so hey, I will take it. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to learn how I got this hairstyle, please keep watching. Alright guys, so the best time to do this look is on day-old hair, 2-day-old hair, and the reason for that is because the waves are going to stay in a little bit better, your hair is going to be a little bit more coarse, it's not going to be so silky. I just blow-dried my hair, I think it was 2 days ago now, so it is a little bit silky, but we're going to be doing some loose, big waves in our hair to start off this look. The first product that I'm going to be using before I go in with the hot iron, I'm going to be using by Schwarzkopf, the Crystal Shine and Hold Heat Protectant Spray. Since I am using a wand that gets up to 440 degrees Fahrenheit, it's so important to use a heat protectant spray. This one is great on dry hair, so you just want to spray it evenly throughout your hair to give it nice protection. You don't want to make it too wet, you just want to make sure basically the whole thing is a little bit damp. So the first thing you want to do is section off your hair. We're going to be creating some loose waves. So I always like to start with the bottom and then work my way up. So before curling it, just make sure you brush your hair through and make sure there's no knots. For this look, I'm using a medium-sized curling iron, and I'm just going to be creating some loose waves all throughout my hair. When you're doing the waves, I like to leave about this much out, so it's straight at the bottom. That's going to give it more of a wavy texture instead of looking like a normal curl. And then once you feel the heat coming through, you're good to go. So once you've completed each side, I like to spray it in between just so they don't fall out too much. I'm using also by Schwarzkopf the Biotin Volume and Texture HTO-free hairspray. Okay, so I just added some loose waves all throughout my hair. I was focusing mainly on the bottom half. The front pieces I'm going to be putting back in a braid, so they're not as wavy as, say, the bottom. So I'm just finishing it off with a little bit more hairspray. The next product I'm using is also by Schwarzkopf, and this is the Satin Frizz Control and Protect Wax Powder. In my last video that I did for Schwarzkopf, I mentioned a different type of powder that was really good for adding volume into your roots to really give you a nice root lift. This one is a little bit different. This one I'm going to be applying to the ends of my hair. What's great about this product is it adds texture, but it doesn't take away the shine, and it also helps protect your hair from any humidity, from getting frizzy or anything like that. So I'm just going to be taking a small amount into the palm of my hand, and I'm going to be working it into the bottoms of my hair. When you start rubbing it together, it's so crazy because it goes from like a powder to a wax formula. It's honestly amazing. I don't understand how it works, but you're just going to work it in. Just use a little bit as you go and to see how much you actually want, but it's really magic. I really don't understand how these products work, but they're so cool. So again, just rubbing it together and then just working it into the bottom to create some more textured waves. This stuff is going to make your hair look so beachy, and it's going to make the waves look a lot more natural as well. So that's about all I need for right now. So now moving on to the fun part, it's going to be a half up, half down braided look. And the way that it's going to work, I'm going to turn around so you guys can see really how I do it, but one more product that we are going to be using to help keep the braids looking nice and sleek and keeping all the little flyaways in. I have a lot of really short layers, so when I do braids, sometimes it can look super messy, which it's okay if you want to leave it messy, that works too, but I'm going to be using the Crystal Shine and Hold Transparent Polishing Pomade. This stuff is incredible. I've used it so many times already. What I use this for mostly is when I like to slick my hair. It really holds your hair down perfectly. I'll do another video if you guys want showing how to do that, but I'm just going to be grabbing a little bit with my fingers as I'm braiding. It's going to be a lot easier to grip the braid, and it's also going to give the braid a nice shiny finish, so if you guys don't have a lot of highlights, it'll really kind of stand out. So I'm going to turn around so you guys can see this better. Starting off this look, I'm going to be grabbing the front piece of my hair, basically right above my ear, and I'm going to be starting a Dutch braid. So what this means is each strand is going to be going under the middle strand instead of going over it like a normal French braid. I have a Dutch braid tutorial that's more in depth. If you guys want to see that, I'll link it below. But I'm basically just grabbing small pieces of hair and I'm going right across the back of my head. Since I did apply some extensions, you want to be careful not to have them show too much. So just grab little pieces and start braiding it around. And then once we get to the other side, I'll show you how to turn it around to make it go back the other way. Once you get to the other side right by your ear, you're going to pull the front piece into the braid, and then we're going to kind of make a U-turn and go around and then back across. So you just want to make sure, again, to have the front piece back so it's like a half up, half down, and then you're just going to do the same thing, pulling pieces and wrapping it right underneath the first braid. And once you've gotten back to the other side, you're just going to fasten it with an elastic. I'm using one of these little ones you can pick up right from your drugstore. And you're just fastening it, and there you go. You have a nice, pretty, half up, half down braided look. Just to loosen up the braids a little bit, I'm going to start pulling them out just to make it look a little more dramatic, and also to hide my extension track that you can kind of see a little bit. So this is the final result. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think this look is so perfect for springtime. I'm so excited for the warmer weather.